Hey guys, Matt here, Code Tech Tutorials. You know me, probably, unless it's your first time here. In that case, welcome, but I just want to explain a few things and talk at you for a second and give you some updates and give you some numbers, I suppose. All right, so yeah, we gotta do the channel differently. This isn't working how it is. And what do I mean by that? I know a lot of people like watch my videos and love them and show a lot of thanks and stuff, and I really appreciate that. Appreciate you guys, and that does mean a lot. But like hearing the thanks and stuff, unfortunately, doesn't really help me like pay bills. And I'm kind of running at a pretty big negative. So ever since I started like editing videos on this channel, I've basically just gone in the hole further and further. I made videos about this in the past. Like I made a video that you can check out. It was probably almost a year ago now. That's like, well, why you'll never, or why being a content creator isn't worth it, or something like that. I don't know. But basically, the synopsis is, yeah, you work really hard, you make videos, you slowly grow, and like 10 years later, you made it. But what did you do in those 10 years? You lost money with every single production. And that's where I'm at. I lose money with every single production. Every time I sit down and do an edit that takes a whole day, it's about a $200 to a $300 job, and I eat that cost because most of my videos make anywhere from 25 cents to $2, and that's it. And I pay at least 300 to make them, usually about 500 when all is said and done. Yeah, that cute creator video I made cost about $400 to make. The one I made the week before that, about 400, 500 to make. The one before that, about 400 or 500. I'm eating all this cost out of those 3 videos. I'll probably recoup that money in about 7 years of those videos being out. But what will most likely happen is the videos will fall off and stop getting views, and I'll never make my money back, basically. So that happens with every single video. That's been happening continuously for this channel. And I've kind of just ignored this fact and thought, hey, maybe if I just stick it out, it'll just kind of like work eventually. And I can't do that anymore. I have a family, I have people I need to take care of, and this is draining me heavily, and it doesn't really do anything for me other than get me a few random online thanks and a few updates, which it makes me feel a little better, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm just like draining family savings, and it's gotten to a point where like I don't want to do it anymore. Could I do it? Sure. I'm not exactly poor. I'm a programmer. I've made a lot of money, but this is just stupid. Basically, this is a stupid thing for me to continue, and I'm too nice. Like I want to do it because I know like a lot of people learn from it and appreciate it. They don't appreciate it that much because the only one paying it is me, and it sucks. So, yeah, I don't know what to do about this other than to quit, basically. That's like what I have to do. I guess I can make some of these talk at you sort of videos without any editing because that doesn't cost me as much. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe consider supporting me on Patreon. If we hit a decent enough number there, I'll start putting time in or hiring editors or make better content. But until then, it's basically over. And I don't particularly care what people think or don't think about that. I don't think it matters anymore. I try to make videos that are good. Doesn't really seem to matter as far as like growth or anything. I mean, it does a little bit. I don't want to say it completely doesn't, but the amount of them and the amount of effort I have to put in to get like an extra $2 a month is ridiculous. So basically, screw the system. I do love you guys as viewers. I really appreciate you guys. But this system in general on YouTube just totally blows. Basically, it's terrible. And I don't want to do it anymore, at least not in the way I was doing it. I got to stop trying to impress people. What really got under my skin, and there's always some little things here and there, was, and I'm not blaming this person, it's just something I realized that made it click. So Linus Tech Tips, awesome guy, makes great videos, fine videos, millions of subs, millions of views per video. He makes this trying Linux as a daily driver video, and it is god awful. He has no freaking clue what he's doing. He's pretty terrible at that stuff in general. Thousands, millions of views, people reacting to it, thousands, hundreds of thousands of views. I made essentially those same videos like a year ago, and they barely broke 100 views. And I actually knew what I was doing. I actually got everything to work. I was able to play all my games. I was able to just to see that happen, to realize that like I have way more knowledge than this guy, but because of how this system works, I'm never going to get recognition for it. Just totally sucks, and I'm done. So a little of the formula and some number theory of how things are going to explain what I mean, because I know a lot of people just probably won't believe it or will say, you're just being a whatever. Well, here is the reality of the situation. So I made a little formula here. Switch on Desmos is it's easy. Okay. So here, ignore the graph. I'm not really using the graph, but here's the theory. All right. T is 1 month every month. So we're going to go up to 600 months. All right. So that's going to be used in our calculation, just kind of like a monthly, so we can get a monthly scale of what's happening. So every month I approximately make about $5 more than the last month. So that's why we have T times 5. This is about $5 more per month, and that should scale over time. So for example, 1 month I may make 200, the next month I'll make 205. Now this is an estimate, it's not perfect. Sometimes it goes down a tiny bit, sometimes it goes up, but it seems to be about $5 a month more. So it's a decent scale, it's not bad. But here's the thing, I make 4 main productions every month, and those, I'm going to say, cost around $200 each, and that is a lowball number. It's probably more around 400 of my time and everything. And when all is said and done, getting everything together totally is probably more. But we're going to say $200 per 4 production, 4 productions per month. So 4 times 200, about $800 a month spent on productions as a lowball number. And Patreon supporters, I make about $18 a month from them. Thank you very much. It does help a lot, as you can see. And I got another +5 here for random odds and ends. Sometimes people will give thanks and donate $1 or $2 or something like that. It's not very much. It looks like it's going to be about $5 a month. That might increase over time. I'm not sure. And then we have an inflation calculation here. Inflation's been crazy recently. It looks like it's much higher now, but I put it at 3%, which is around here. So around 3% inflation. So we're going to times this entire thing by 0.97 to take 3% off. And right now, like month 1, well, okay, let's go ahead and scale this up to where I'm currently at. I've been doing my channel for about 3 years, I think. So we'll go, I'm going to estimate here. Let's say I've been doing it for about 42 months. That's right. Or that's close. This is an estimate number, but it still makes the point. It's been somewhere around 3 years. Maybe it's been 4. I don't know. I've sort of lost track. I'd have to go look. So right now I'm operating at a cost of negative $540 per month. That's how much I make on YouTube creating content. Negative $540. So yes, it is literally costing me a lot of money to produce this content every month. And to get into profit, I have to do this for about, okay, so at 156 months, I finally break past the $0 margin. That's, how many months is that? 100, I don't know. It's a lot. It's something like 15 years. So in like 15 years from now, at this current rate, and who knows what's really going to happen, inflation might go higher. This might actually stay 5%, which I guess doesn't change a whole lot of things. These calculations might not necessarily be perfect, but it's an estimate. So yeah, in about 15 years, I'll finally be operating at a profit, which probably, will start making up for all the negative in the past. So it's not actually going to be a profit. And to get to my goal number, which is $1,000, that will happen in about 365 months, or approximately when I'm extremely old and venerable and potentially on my deathbed. I will finally be hitting my goal number. So that's the current trend of my channel, and that's why I'm quitting, because this is terrible. I could probably go out on the street and beg for money, like change, like a bum, and make more than I make here. And it sucks. It sucks to realize this. It's like a major burn on everything I am. And it actually makes me kind of want to just like break down. And I don't know. It sucks, as you can see. There's nothing good about this. This is probably the worst system ever. So what would happen if I just cut the costs? I just stopped making videos. I'm immediately in profit. So the fastest way for me to start making profit on this channel is to stop creating content right now, because at least then I don't have any costs anymore. So yeah, that's where we're at. If you don't want that to happen, I suggest supporting me on Patreon. Now, I could have this number a little higher. There were some people that wanted to give me more than others and stuff like that, but I didn't really feel comfortable taking a large sum from 1 or 2 people. So I just made it one tier, That's just $3, and it's, it's the price of a coffee or a beer. It's the theory. So if that can manage to increase, that would go a long way towards continuing this. But that's not up to me. Like, I've begged and pleaded in so many videos, and it's made zero difference. So maybe it'll make a difference now. It's still not up to me. Up to you guys. What is up to me, though, is whether I stop making these productions or not. And it looks like the most obvious choice here is to stop making productions. Now, maybe my amount of increase per month will shrink if I stop making productions, but even still, I hit the profit margin way better just by not making content at this point and just leaving it where it is. So it makes a lot of sense to quit based on these numbers. Now, sometimes I see a comment like, oh, your content's great, you're gonna blow up soon. I really appreciate that sentiment, but no, I'm not. It's been a slow grind since the beginning. There's no indication that I'm going to blow up anytime soon or ever. If it does happen, it is a total stroke of pure luck. There's nothing saying I'm going to blow up, no indication that it will ever happen. I hope that it happens, but that's not something I can rely on or put into a calculation. So that's the truth. That's what's going on. And it's in your guys' hands right now, because leaving it up to YouTube and me creating the best content I can is putting me in the hole. Yeah, well, yeah, this might suck to hear, but at least I can say that I'm being honest. And I do appreciate you guys as viewers and the people who care about me. That does mean a lot. There's really no substitute for the relationships I've gained and stuff like that. That's priceless stuff, but even that, yeah, that doesn't pay my bills. I'm still going to end up on the street. I'm still going to be homeless. That it doesn't help that. So as much as I love you guys, I don't really want to be freezing in the winter and bumming it for the rest of my life. So yeah, I get the obvious thing for me to do, and it's not particularly what I want to do. I'd prefer to keep doing YouTube. The obvious thing for me to do is to quit YouTube and go get a corporate job where I can secure a good, stable income. I've done it many times before. I've saved up a lot in the past from it, and I'm sure I can do it again. I have no doubts. And that's clearly what I should do for my future benefit. If you think otherwise, let me know.